Every night, I was woken up by strange noises. I was sure there was someone inside the walls, so I went to my parents. I told them someone might be living in the walls, but after Mom took a look, she said it was just the old house settling. That night, I had to face it alone again, the fear from whatever was hiding in that wall. But this time was different. The thing in the wall spoke. I jumped out of bed, terrified. I shouted Dad at the top of my lungs. He came and pressed his ear against the wall. Then he told me it was just a mouse. But how could a mouse possibly talk? The next day at school, I painted my inner fears and helplessness and gave the artwork to my teacher. After she saw it, she decided to visit my house. She handed the drawing to my mom, but Mom just glanced at it. She said it was just the kid's imagination. A few empty words later, she sent the teacher away. That night, the strange sounds came back, but this time, the voice in the wall seemed gentle. It said I looked like I needed a friend. It was right. I was lonely, so we became friends. From that day on, I started smiling more, but that made the school bully furious. After school, he beat me up. That night, lying in bed, I told my friend in the wall everything. My friend said if I wanted to stop being bullied, I had to make the bully fear me. So the next day at school, I pushed him off the stairs. Although it felt satisfying, I was expelled from school. Dad was furious. He locked me in the basement. But down there, under a punching bag, I found a hidden tunnel. Inside was a massive hidden space. A few days later, Mom let me out. She told me I never had to go back to school. No more bullies. I pretended to be happy, but something about my parents felt wrong. Late that night, I told my friend in the wall about my doubts.
You have to be careful with them. They are not what they seem.
I told it I wanted to talk to it face to face. It told me there was a hole behind the wallpaper. I crouched down and I found it, but when I looked inside, I nearly screamed. My whole body was shaking. I asked who was in there. That voice said she was my older sister. She had been waiting for me to grow up so I could help her escape from that wall. I was terrified. I stumbled back to my bed, but moments later, I heard frantic knocking on my door. I stared at the door, frozen. The doorknob turned. The door swung open, but no one was there. My heart was pounding.
Mom?
Suddenly, someone nearby called out my name. Dad was standing there, staring at me with the most twisted look on his face.
Look what you've done to your mother, Peter.
Peter!
It was all just a dream. The next night, my sister in the wall kept trying to convince me. She said our parents hated me. Once they got tired of me, they would kill me, and I would be the next one locked inside the wall. I didn't believe her, but she told me there was a secret buried in the garden. Early the next morning, I went to the spot she described. A moment later, I froze. Buried in the dirt was a skeleton. Just then, Mom appeared behind me. I lied and said I was just picking out a pumpkin. She believed me. Back in my room, my sister finally told me the truth. She was born deformed. Her ugly appearance disgusted our parents. Many years ago, on Halloween, a little girl came to our house for candy. My older sister could no longer endure the abuse. She begged the girl to help her escape, but our parents couldn't let anyone find out what they had done, so they killed the girl. After hearing everything, I promised my sister I would save her. I snuck into my parents' bedroom. I called my teacher and begged for help, but before I could say more than a few words, Mom appeared right behind me. She was furious. She dragged me back to my room, and she saw the torn wallpaper. She completely lost it. Shaking all over, she warned me, "When Dad gets home, I will be punished." I was terrified. That night, our family sat down for dinner. My parents ate like nothing was wrong. I didn't touch a single bite. Then Dad noticed something. The porridge tasted different tonight. Suddenly, Dad realized what I had done. He grabbed me by the collar. He screamed at me, demanding to know what I did. He told Mom to call the police, but I had already cut the phone line. Seconds later, Dad doubled over in agony. He coughed up black blood, then collapsed dead on the table. Mom grabbed a knife and came after me. But on the stairs, the poison hit her too. Before she died, she begged me, never let the monster out of the wall. But it was too late for warnings. I pushed over the old grandfather clock in my parents' room. Behind it was a narrow door. I unlocked it. The door creaked open, and I finally saw my sister's face. I quickly ran back to my room and shut the door, and that's when I realized the truth. I had just released a monster. Meanwhile, downstairs, the bully I pushed off the stairs had returned. They came for revenge. The front door opened on its own. They put on their masks and walked inside. They had no idea what was waiting for them. They smash things whenever they see them. Then one of them noticed something strange on the piano. He gripped his baseball bat and stepped closer. A blood-curdling scream echoed through the house. The bully, still downstairs, found a body stuffed under the stairs. Before he could even scream, one of his friends came running out in terror, but a pair of hands grabbed him by the ankles and dragged him into the darkness. The bully stumbled backward, but someone was already waiting at the front door. The last one didn't make it out either. His head was chopped off, right in front of me, yet it crawled onto my bed. Then she dragged me down into the dungeon. She crawled toward me like a spider. Just then, my teacher arrived. Then she heard me screaming from the basement. She grabbed an iron rod and slowly made her way down. But the monster lunged at her. She was backed into a corner. Just as the monster was about to kill her, I grabbed onto my sister's hair as it hung down. I used it to climb out of the pit. My teacher seized the moment. She threw everything she had at the monster. My sister fell back into the pit. I slammed the iron gate shut. My teacher and I finally ran outside.